Breaking news out of the Fed. I think for that, we're going to go to Steve Liesman. Steve?
Carl, thanks very much. Two stories breaking from the Federal Reserve right now. First of all, the New York Fed announcing it will now hold daily $75 billion repo operations through at least October 10th. That's as a result of what's been happening in the overnight lending market, some disruption there. The Fed moving in and now going to do it regularly through October 10th. It will also offer at least 3 next week 14-day repos instead of just supplying money overnight. It'll extend out the term. Again, an effort by the Federal Reserve to get ahead of this, by the New York Fed, and to get on top of those will be $30 billion operations. Now, Eric Rosengren, one of the dissenters, the Boston Fed president, coming out with additional comments about his dissent and kind of singling out a company here. I'll get to that in a second. But he says, first of all, it's unusual for the Fed to be so easy with the economy quite so robust. He says he's looking for 2% growth. He's getting it. He says the expansion is going to continue. So far, he says trade is a risk, but the impact so far has been limited. Low inflation appears to be temporary. It's been up the past several months, he points out. And this is his big concern, that low rates can encourage excessive risk-taking. Too much easing, he says, causes the risk of financial stability. High leverage can make recessions more severe. Now, he's specifically concerned about the commercial real estate market. It's always been an abiding concern of his. And he says commercial real estate losses may be larger in the next downturn. Now, he details this one particular area called co-working space models. He says it creates potential financial risk. Co-working space models, he does not name it, but it is WeWork is the co-working space model of all. He doesn't name WeWork. He says short-term leases are to small and less mature firms that can go out of business quickly in a downturn. Landlords, banks potentially at risk from the co-working model in a downturn. The banks who hold the loans to the landlords may get hit with the empty space. Cities, including, he doesn't name these, but I know that Boston is a big one. New York is another one, with many co-working firms may face greater defaults. To be clear, he doesn't see the current level of financial risk causing a downturn. He's worried about the leverage in the system here, specifically from the co-working arrangements that could make a downturn, if it happens, more severe and create systemic risk on the back end. John?
Wow. Steve Liesman, thank you for that.